All right, let's just jump right in. We need to talk about a single pivotal moment. It's a moment that's coming for every single one of us, for every knowledge worker out there. It's that moment when AI's real power becomes undeniably personally real. We call it your Move 37 moment. And honestly, understanding it is the key to navigating the revolution that is already happening all around us. So, who is Lee Sedol? And why does his story from all the way back in 2016 matter so much to us right now? Well, this quote from an AI researcher at OpenAI really nails it. We are all, in our own way, heading towards a moment just like his. A moment that truly changes everything. So let's set the scene. Imagine the game of Go. In South Korea, it's not just a game, it's a huge part of the culture, a game of deep, profound intuition. And Lee Sedol, he wasn't just a player, he was a living legend, an 18-time world champion. He agrees to a 5-game match against Google's AI, AlphaGo. Now, at the time, everyone thought beating a top pro was still maybe a decade away for AI. And this just perfectly captures his mindset, doesn't it? He saw this as an exhibition. He was confident, maybe a little bit dismissive even. He thought his human intuition, his expertise, was simply untouchable. You know, it's a feeling a lot of us have about our own skills and professions. He was about to be proven wrong in the most spectacular way possible. Okay, so in the second game, AlphaGo makes a play that just stunned everybody. It was Move 37. Later, when the analysts crunched the data, they figured out the probability of a human expert ever making that exact move was 1 in 10,000. It was beautiful, it was creative, and it was completely alien. It felt like a move from another kind of intelligence altogether. And that brings us to the core idea here. The Move 37 moment is that instant. It's that gut punch feeling when you see the machine do the very thing you do, the thing that defines your professional identity, but it does it in a way you never could have imagined. It's not just better, it's superhuman. And that moment, it's coming for all of us. And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi concept. It is happening right now. Take Paul Schrader, the legendary screenwriter behind movies like Taxi Driver. He had his moment. He asked ChatGPT for some ideas in his style, and what came back was as good or even better than his own. His words? An existential moment. And let's be real, this isn't just about elegant code or creative scripts. This whole shift is being driven by massive economic pressure. It's about market forces. You've got CEOs at the world's biggest companies, from tech to cars, openly saying AI will be used to get more efficient, to reduce headcount, and to automate work. This isn't a maybe anymore. It's the strategy right now. So, back in Seoul, the weight of this new reality is just crushing Lee Sedol. He's lost the first 3 games. 200 million people are watching live as their national hero. Their symbol of human intellect is just being systematically taken apart. He said he felt like he hadn't just failed himself, but all of humanity. So, what do you do? What do you do when you are faced with a competitor that is demonstrably, undeniably better at the very thing that defines you? How do you even begin to respond? Do you just give up? Or do you find a whole new way to play the game? This was the question right in front of Lee Sedol. And then in Game 4, something absolutely incredible happened. Lee Sedol made a move of his own, Move 78. It was a play so creative, so completely out of left field that it actually seemed to confuse the machine. AlphaGo's next plays became erratic. The engineers behind it were just baffled. Lee Sedol had found a crack in the armor. Now get this, the number on this slide, does it look familiar? The AlphaGo team later calculated the probability of a human making Move 78. It was 1 in 10,000. The exact same impossible odds as the AI's Move 37. It was a move of equal genius, a God move, as the team at DeepMind called it. But here is the critical difference. AlphaGo made its brilliant move by calculating trillions of possibilities and just picking the one with the highest chance of winning. But when they asked Lee Sedol how he found his 1 in 10,000 move, this is what he said. He didn't see thousands of options. He saw one. And that, right there, is the power of human intuition, focus, and creativity. This whole story, the crushing defeat, the crisis, and that brilliant comeback, it's not just a cool piece of tech history. It's a roadmap. It's a blueprint for every single one of us as we get ready for our own Move 37 moments. And his journey shows us 3 essential mindset shifts that we absolutely have to make. So here's the first huge shift. We have to stop trying to compete with AI on its own turf. You're just not going to outcalculate the calculator. Instead of fighting it, we have to learn to collaborate with it. Your value isn't in having all the answers anymore. It's in knowing how to ask the right questions, and this is the important part, knowing what to do with the answers it gives you. The second shift is moving away from just optimizing things to true innovation. Look, AI is fantastic at optimization, making the things we already do a little faster, a little cheaper, giving you that 10% boost. But our value, human value, is in innovation. It's using AI's power to create totally new products, new services, new markets. It's about thinking 10x, not 10%. And this final shift might be the most profound one of all. We have to move from being an operator to an orchestrator. An operator is defined by the tasks they can do. But an orchestrator is defined by the purpose, the strategy, the wisdom they bring to the table. Your job isn't to do the work anymore, it's to direct AI's incredible power toward meaningful human goals. So, what does this new role of orchestrator actually look like? Well, first, you have to develop AI literacy. You've got to understand the tool. Second, you have to double down on the skills that are uniquely human: creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence. And third, you have to lead. In a time of so much uncertainty, you've got to be the one who inspires others and brings them along on this journey. Let's be crystal clear about the stakes here. The real threat to your job isn't going to come from a piece of software. It's going to come from other people, your colleagues, your competitors, who learn how to orchestrate that software. The gap between the people who adopt this and the people who resist is becoming unbridgeable. And I'm not saying this to scare you. This is just the economic reality, driven by intense market pressure and competition that doesn't spare anyone. So here we are, AI has made its Move 37. It has shown us its power. And your own Move 37 moment, when it comes, will show you exactly where the machine surpasses you at specific tasks. But buried inside that threat is an invitation. You are now being called to make your Move 78. That's the moment that reveals where you surpass the machine in bringing wisdom and purpose and creativity to the work. Just like Lee Sedol, you have a chance to make your own God move. So the final question is pretty simple. What will be your God move?